Rolling cameras here, guys. Rolling.
My Gymkhanas feel a little bit sketchier, a little more like old Dukes of Hazzard. New type of car, something different.
This is like a resto mod on steroids.
We are going to attempt something we haven't tried before.
We got to nail it.
There's a lot of stuff to repair.
Burning money, wasting time.
The thing about Gymkhana is that you have to raise the bar every single time you do it.
There is a new element of higher risk with Travis.
Big jumps, high speed, and a little bit of chaos. I'm not worried about this at all. If you're gonna have a crash, it might as well be on film, right?
So question number one, Gymkhana, can you just present the project?
Sure. So coming out of Gymkhana 2020,
All right, everyone, thank you very much for an amazing couple of days. But that's a wrap!
we wanted to do another film. We wanted to do another build, a new type of car, something different in a different direction from what we had done with the Air Slayer and the 2020 film. And try to find a place where we could do the things that were in Travis's head.
What an awesome way to start January, nice and warm down here.
Florida just kind of fit that theme of 80s, and it was just really fun to choose that location to match the car and the theme of the car.
As far as what I need to do and looking cool in Gymkhana, this is the vehicle. I mean, come on, a wagon?
Florida kind of matches that style, that energy. It's a location that has some wildness to it, and it fits Travis, it fits his personal style and his driving style.
And then when somebody gives him this work of art that can perform and just lets him free with it, just go and dream up the stunt and just get it done. Wow, what a position to be in.
It was an idea of just saying, what ordinary Subaru can we stuff a ridiculous engine and suspension underneath? And how can we make this as fun as possible?
It took a lot of effort from a lot of folks over a lot of time to come up with that car.
The Family Huckster. First year we said, hey look, we want to build a car that we can shatter the record of Mount Washington. So we built the best hill climb car, maybe the best racing car that Subaru and Vermont SportsCar have ever built.
We don't want to do another STI, we want to do something different. We kind of looked at what else is very much a Subaru thing.
We were going back and forth between the old GL wagon and a Subaru Brat.
We said, all right, if we don't want to do the STI thing, we want to do a throwback, but we still want it to be obviously a Subaru, well then an old wagon is the obvious choice.
When we were given the allowance to do something retro, and when I heard GL wagon, it didn't make sense to me. And I wasn't even sure you could make it look cool. And boy, was I wrong.
There's a legacy in this area for Subaru. And so when it comes out of this shop and heads around the country, it makes me very proud to know it came from Vermont, because it fits in very well up here.
We're very much still attached to that heritage of sort of rugged practicality and go anywhere all-wheel drive types of vehicles. We are not going to be forgetting that anytime soon. So the GL wagon in the 80s was a very practical, very family-oriented type of vehicle. But the ski team connection was that Subaru was a sponsor of the US ski team.
Motor Week. No, this is not Subaru's answer to the Trans Am Firebird decal. It's their way of letting us know that Subaru is the official car of the US ski team.
You know, you had to go a step further than just a retro shape. There needed to be a historic tie-in.
From day one, it was like, we want ski team wagon, Gymkhana version. And Vermont SportsCar went off and built it.
Dragging that history into the present in the way that we did it is pretty cool.
I think the first time anybody sees this car, your mind is instantly blown.
Letting everyone see the Family Huckster at Goodwood, for me, is awesome.
It's always great when the car debuts and you see the initial feedback.
Now here's a really strange machine.
Everybody was like, what is this? And it really drew a lot more attention.
So far, so good.
The Air Slayer was made for speed. This is made for Gymkhana.
We knew that we were going to build the new 21 Gymkhana car, but there was uncertainty about which model it would be.
We were just given a blank slate. Can you do it? Sure, we can do it. That's awesome.
So we started with, okay, we know we're using our current drivetrain, same with our suspension, with some minor tweaks to suit whatever the final platform would be.
So finally we decided to make a tube frame chassis. That allowed us to get very far with the project without having to worry about exactly which model it would be in the end.
And then once we had the final vehicle body shape, we went back in and adjusted all the dimensions of the tubes and gussets and whatever to fit within that.
The idea was to just say, let's take what we learned from the Air Slayer, but let's just put it into a crazy, silly, fun package. And we'll take the level of kind of detail, the references to the historic car that it's based on, we're going to take that level up quite a bit.
Since this Subaru is more mountain goat than highway cruiser, we weren't surprised to find it wasn't very fast.
It's a very fun-looking car in many different aspects, from the inside, outside, but it's at a very high level of engineering that we did this car, so the combo is fantastic.
The amount of detail, the badges, the radio, the dash, all of those things add up to something spectacular.
Instead of a cigarette lighter, that is the brake bias controller, yet it looks like the cigarette lighter of the original car. That detail is what blows me away about that car.
The dash is Tokyo modern. Every feature known to a Japanese car is available.
You know, where we would use more modern components, well, let's try and disguise those. So we've got that giant Motec display, but, you know, make the dash bezel cover up the billet surround on it so you only see the screen.
This is like the ultimate resto mod. This is like a resto mod on steroids. This is like somebody that did a resto mod with a factory level budget.
I mean, we have like 3 or 4 GL wagons sitting out behind the shop because we thought we were gonna take parts or use parts. They're, you know, limited supply. There's not many of those things left. And instead what you do is you take the corner lenses for the headlights and you 3D print them. And that's how you get all your spares.
Subaru wanted to keep it very secret, what we were doing, what we were coming up with. And literally, as the pieces came in, only the team that was working on that car was allowed in that room. 75 plus people with a very large secret, and it didn't get out. That was exciting to know that we could do that too.
There's the Gymkhana that we have to stick with. That's the Ken block. It's very meticulous, very pinpointed driving, very technical.
All right, here we are, day one.
My Gymkhanas feel a little bit sketchier, a little more like old Dukes of Hazzard. Big jumps, high speed, and a little bit of chaos.
Heat signature coming off of the exhaust pipe on the side. That's so sick.
Please, guys, we are rolling.
There's a lot of stunts, there's a lot of stuff going on. I come up with kind of the basis of what I want to do, and Scotto takes all of these grand ideas and figures out what's actually realistic, and then we go lobby for it.
You know, we're sitting there waiting to get going, and all of a sudden there's like trucks and trailers. There's like guys with jet skis coming. I mean, he pulls some strings and gets some awesome, awesome stuff.
I guess all the toys are showing up, helicopter and jet skis, jet boat, so we'll just make sure the car's ready and see what they cook up.
Yeah, definitely the greatest hits of Florida culture. It's a different culture than I'm used to, for sure.
Florida was a location that Hoonigan and Travis came to the project with and said, we can kind of show a side of Florida that is not the kind of glamorous Miami side. It's more of the, you know, the wilderness, the Keys and things like that. Trying to do something that was visually different from any other location that Gymkhana had in the past.
Gosh, that's cool. I mean, if nothing else, like, I get to live my dreams every day. This is like it's not even fantasy. This is like the creation of the coolest video game ever. And I get to play it, but it's real life.
right, here we go.
Okay, 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
We're doing new and exciting things that people want to see versus what's been done in the past. You're like unlocking achievements as you go.
Here's a guy that lives on a type of adrenaline that very few people in the world have or understand.
It's gonna be like a dance, he said. I don't dance well, but he can fly real well and should be okay in this Subaru. He almost got blown off the car when he came down. Gosh, that's cool.
Very good proximity driving for me. I think really doing my job to really stay true to what Gymkhana is. So this isn't just a nitro shoot. You know, it is Gymkhana. It's proximity driving at the highest level. This has to be amazing. We have the equipment, the pilots, the athletes, the drivers, hopefully me, to make this awesome.
I'm not worried about this at all.
We weren't even supposed to be here today, and now it's raining. So now it's just let's see what the car can do. I mean, honestly, like, I'm sitting here trying to make a film, and I think Travis is just trying to drive really fast and do dumb stuff. So, but whatever, sometimes that makes the film too. Usually it's like, well, it's raining, so we're not gonna do anything. But, you know, Travis is a good sport. We came out here, we had some fun. So at least we all enjoyed the day. Everyone's gone home with a smile, so it's not a bad day. We got nothing to film, but at least it was fun.
Somebody help me unzip my suit.
Pretty easy for us right now. We just put the car on the spot this morning at about 5 a.m., wiped it down, and gonna go get breakfast.
And he'll be going, he's going right? I thought he was gonna swoop left and around.
I'm pretty stoked. We are going to do a base jump off of, I think, the tallest building in Fort Lauderdale.
Travis is gonna jump from the top of that building, circle around a few times, land, get in the car, and that's gonna kick off the film. It'll be fun. I don't know if I'll watch, but I'll see it on the film.
It's just barely 500 feet, though, which is the minimum for a base jump.
Dude, this is wild.
We're up against a time frame because of the wind that's going to pick up, but we're getting everybody set. We're ready to go and see how it turns out.
Down here as soon as possible.
The thing about Gymkhana is that you have to raise the bar every single time you do it.
All of this stuff is high risk.
How many lives does this guy got?
Day 5 has been rough. Still pissing cranberry juice.
In order to capture the scenes that we need and complete the video, we've had to bring in a backup driver.